In the heart of Europe, hidden beneath rolling hills, lie silent sentinels of a vanished past. These are the burial mounds of the Hallstatt people, an ancient culture that flourished over 2,000 years ago. These mounds are more than just graves, they are time capsules filled with the treasures and secrets of a lost world. Among the most intriguing of these tombs is one that has puzzled archaeologists for decades. It holds the remains of two men, laid to rest with all the trappings of power and prestige. They were tall and imposing figures, their bodies adorned with weapons and jewelry crafted from gold and bronze. But these princes, as archaeologists have come to call them, were not just rulers, they were also a mystery. For years, their exact relationship to each other remained a tantalizing puzzle. Then, with the advent of revolutionary new technology, the secrets of the tomb began to be revealed. Scientists, using the tools of genetic analysis, were able to extract DNA from the skeletal remains of the two princes. The results were astonishing. The analysis showed that these men, buried together with such reverence, were not father and son, as had long been assumed. Instead, their genetic markers pointed to a different kind of familial bond. The Hallstatt culture, named after a picturesque village in present-day Austria, thrived in Central Europe from roughly 800 to 400 BCE. They were the inheritors of a long tradition of bronze working, but it was their mastery of a new metal iron that truly set them apart. Iron, though more difficult to work with than bronze, was far more abundant and could be used to create stronger and more durable tools and weapons. This technological advantage gave the Hallstatt people a distinct edge over their neighbors. They became renowned for their swords, daggers, and spearheads, weapons that were highly prized throughout Europe. But their prowess extended beyond warfare. They were also skilled farmers, cultivating fertile lands along river valleys, and trading their surplus grain with other communities. Their control of vital salt mines, a precious commodity in the ancient world, further added to their wealth and influence. The wealth generated by this trade is evident in the lavish grave goods found in their burial mounds. Gold and amber jewelry, intricately decorated pottery, and even imported goods from as far afield as Egypt and Greece, all point to a society that was both prosperous and connected to a wider network of trade and cultural exchange. Archaeology, at its heart, is a form of detective work. It is the painstaking process of unearthing the past, of piecing together fragmented clues to reconstruct the lives of those who came before us. And like any good detective story, the investigation often begins with a body. In the case of the Hallstatt culture, their burial mounds provide a unique window into their world. The Hallstatt people went to great lengths to honor their dead. They constructed elaborate burial mounds, some of them monumental in scale, to house the remains of their elite. These mounds were not mere pits in the ground. They were carefully engineered structures built up in layers of earth, stone, and timber. Inside, the dead were laid to rest in wooden chambers, surrounded by grave goods that reflected their status and wealth in life. These goods, ranging from weapons and tools to jewelry and pottery, provide invaluable insights into the beliefs, practices, and social structures of the Hallstatt people. The discovery of the two princes, buried together in a tomb filled with such riches, immediately sparked the imaginations of archaeologists. Who were these men, and what was their relationship to each other? Section 4. The Two Princes, a Tale of Kinship and Power. The two princes, as they came to be known, were buried in a manner befitting their high status. Their tomb, located near present-day Stuttgart, Germany, was a testament to the wealth and sophistication of the Hallstatt elite. It was a large burial mound, carefully constructed with layers of earth and stone. Inside, the princes were laid to rest in a wooden chamber, surrounded by a dazzling array of grave goods. One of the princes, estimated to have been in his 40s at the time of his death, was interred with a four-wheeled wagon, a symbol of his high rank. Beside him lay a bronze-plated drinking horn, its surface intricately decorated with scenes of feasting and hunting. He was adorned with gold jewelry, including a massive arm ring and a finely crafted necklace. The second prince, perhaps in his late teens or early 20s, was buried with a sword and a spear, indicating his warrior status. His grave goods included a bronze razor, a set of gaming pieces, and a beautifully crafted bronze belt buckle. The sheer opulence of their burial spoke volumes about their power and prestige, but it was the question of their relationship that intrigued archaeologists the most. Section 5. Matrilineal lines, tracing ancestry through mothers. The revelation that the two princes were linked through the maternal line, rather than the paternal, challenged conventional wisdom about the Hallat culture. It suggested that descent, and perhaps inheritance, might have flowed through women in this ancient society. This concept, known as matrilineality, had been observed in other cultures around the world, but its presence in Iron Age Europe was a significant discovery. Matrilineal societies often differ significantly from patriarchal ones in their social structures and power dynamics. While patriarchal societies tend to emphasize the father's lineage and grant men primary authority, matrilineal societies often place greater importance on the mother's line and may afford women more power and influence. In such societies, a man's heir is not his own son, but his sister's son. Section 6. Women of Influence. Rethinking Gender Roles in Ancient Europe. The potential existence of matrilineality in the Hallat culture challenges traditional views of gender roles in ancient Europe. For centuries, historians and archaeologists have operated under the assumption that most, if not all, ancient European societies were patriarchal, with men holding the reins of power and women relegated to secondary roles. The evidence from the prince's tomb, however, suggests a more nuanced reality. While the presence of matrilineality in the Hallat culture does not necessarily mean that women ruled supreme, it does suggest that they likely held a more prominent and influential position in society than previously thought. In a matrilineal system, a woman's lineage is paramount, and she plays a central role in the transmission of power and property. Section 7. The Past Unveiled, New Discoveries, New Perspectives. The discovery of a potential matrilineal connection in the Hallat culture is a powerful reminder that the past is rarely as simple or straightforward as we imagine it to be. It challenges us to question our assumptions, to look beyond traditional narratives, and to embrace the complexity and diversity of human history. As archaeologists continue to probe the mysteries of the Hallat culture, they do so with a renewed appreciation for the role of women in shaping the course of history. The women of Hallat, once hidden in the shadows of the past, are now stepping forward into the light, their stories waiting to be told.